Konnichiwa, senpai desu. In our previous video, we have dived into 3 beginner-level exercises, which are aimed at training your eyes to identify the angle of a face just by looking at its contour. Now, here's a small test to see if you've been doing your homework. Take this illustration as an example. Based on the shape alone, can you tell what this perspective is? The answer is a bottom view angle with a slight tilt to the right. So did you guys get that right? I hope you did, because you should be able to identify the angle or perspective of a face just from its silhouette by now. Besides, you should also be able to somewhat replicate the shape from memory. If you get that right, you are safe to proceed with these exercises. This exercise is important because drawing real-life faces into anime can help you to develop your own art style. In any form of art, drawing from real-life references is a fundamental practice, and anime is no exception. This exercise not only puts your proportion understanding to the test, it also helps to develop your personal art style since you are somewhat drawing from scratch instead of tracing existing artworks. It's no surprise if you picked up a few stylistic traits or discovered your signature pose from using real-life references. So, how do you practice this? For starters, you should collect your references. This can be photos of models, celebrities, or even your friends and family. Or simply, just go to websites like Pinterest. After that, you may begin. Faces are like a puzzle made up of various features like eyes, noses, mouths, and ears. Each piece fits together in their specific position. So your first step is to memorize the size and positions of these facial features. Feel free to draw some guidelines to help you visualize these proportions better. But remember, the size and placement of each feature can change dramatically depending on the angle and perspective. So take your time to really observe those details before moving to the next step. With the basics out of the way, it's time to get creative. In anime, we often tweak these proportions. Anime eyes are usually much larger than real eyes because the Japanese believe that people with big eyes are cuter and more youthful, like a baby. As for the nose, they are often simplified and made smaller. Same goes for the mouth too, unless the character is experiencing strong emotions or having a stroke. The trick of this practice lies in amplifying certain features while simplifying others. It's all up to your creativity, honestly. Maybe you like drawing fuller lips instead of a single line, or maybe you prefer drawing nostrils. It's all about finding your preferences. Let's move on to the second exercise. But before that, today's video is brought to you by Vograce. Vograce is an animation peripheral manufacturer for various accessories, from acrylic and wood keychains to stickers, badges, metal pins, washi tapes, standees, and even custom printed items such as body pillows. One of the best things about Vograce is their low minimum order quantity. You can order as little as one product or any number you wish, making it perfect for beginners and professionals alike. Besides, the quality of Vograce's products are absolutely top-notch and offered at a competitive price. So here we have a package from Vograce. Let's take a look. I really like these candy keychains, especially the lollipop design. They are absolutely adorable. Also, check out this awesome acrylic stand as well. From the materials they use, the pop-off-the-page vibrant colors, right down to the perfect little details. If you're new to the world of customization, don't worry, Vograce has got you covered. You can start small, maybe with a sticker or a badge. Take advantage of their low MOQ and the 60 days of after-sales service. If you find any quality issues within that period, they're always ready to help out. Now, if you're planning on ordering frequently, you might want to consider their VIP program. As a VIP, you can enjoy an 8% discount with no limit on usage, an additional 26% discount on your monthly activity. For just $20, you can get a free sample pack as well. So if you're into customization and want to add a personal touch to your items, look no further than Vograce. Check them out in the link in the description below. Let's be honest, we've all struggled with drawing anime faces from various angles. And that's why we enjoy drawing the front-facing and 45-degree angle faces the most, because they're the easiest to draw. But you can't just draw these two angles forever, right? That's like saying you want to be a pro League of Legends player, but you only know how to play Garen and Malphite. You have to know how to draw the other angles. To do that, you can use the box method that I've introduced in my first pro face drawing video. The idea is to use boxes to accurately depict the orientation of the face. By rotating the box, you can visualize the face from various perspectives, such as from above, below, or the side. Unlike a sphere which only has one surface, boxes possess 6 sides, allowing us to visualize 3-dimensional space with ease. By sketching the box, we can clearly identify the direction the face is pointing. Let's start by drawing a one perspective box in the top left corner. This box will act as our anchor for the first vanishing point. Then, gradually rotate this box to the right. Next, draw it at different angles across the horizontal axis. 30 degrees, 45 degrees, and 60 degrees to be precise. These are the three most common angles when drawing a face, so it's important that you get comfortable with them. Remember to set up a second vanishing point on the right side as well. This will help us draw these boxes with greater accuracy. Next, rotate the boxes downwards in order to draw them across the vertical axis. If you find it hard to visualize, don't worry. Just trace the lines back to the first vanishing point for a more accurate result. Now that we've tackled boxes rotating horizontally and vertically, it's time for some real fun. This next step can be a bit challenging. We're going to draw boxes that rotate both horizontally and vertically simultaneously. It's better to draw those cubes freehand, but if you're still not used to it, don't be afraid to rely on the vanishing points as much as you need to. The mastery of this skill doesn't just apply to drawing anime faces, you can also apply it on poses too. It's completely fine if those boxes aren't drawn with 100% accuracy, because the objective here isn't perfection, but to enhance your spatial visualization skills. Phew, that was intense. So here we have a total of 16 boxes, each drawn from a different perspective. Now, let's make some magic. Just copy this, flip it horizontally and vertically. Then, position them at the right place. Erase a little bit, and voila! We now have 49 boxes, which means there are 49 different angles to draw faces from. After that, it's time to start filling those boxes with faces. Our faces are very complex structures, and translating that onto paper can be tricky. For instance, in a bottom view angle, facial features shift upwards. However, in a top view angle, the facial features move downwards. In order to get these angles right, you'll need to practice all the fundamental knowledge you've learned. This step is all about finding references, drawing as much as you can, comparing your work, and noting down observations, because no one else will tell you if you've drawn the chin at the correct position. This is something you need to figure out for yourself. Here's my anime face drawing sheets in different angles for you to compare. If you're still interested, you can sign up to my Patreon to download one for yourself. Of course, there are plenty of reference sheets out there on Pinterest. Feel free to find one that suits you best. For this exercise, it's all about spatial visualization, aka mental rotation. Basically, it's the skill of imagining your character's face from any angle and perspective. The ability to see things in 3D in your mind. To do this, you need to combine the previous two exercises and apply them. Here's how to do it. Firstly, select a real-life photo of a face. I recommend using a normal front face if you're just starting out. After that, transform this face into an anime style. For example, bigger eyes and smaller noses. Once that's done, it's time to spin it around and imagine your anime face as a 3D object that rotates. For instance, think of how the face would look when it's turned 45 degrees to the side. You should be able to visualize it if you have completed your box exercises. Once you get the hang of it, start drawing. Picture yourself having a mini camera that you can move around your anime face. Now, move the camera to the top of the head. How would the face look from this angle? Visualize this angle and then draw it on paper. It's okay if the face looks a little different from the top. Next, move the camera to the bottom in a way that it's looking up at the face. Visualize this angle and then draw it on paper. Congratulations! You're now capable of using spatial visualization to draw faces from new angles. The more you practice, the more angles and perspectives you'll be able to draw. This can add depth and dynamics to your anime drawings. It might be a bit challenging at the start, but the more you do it, the better you'll get. So we have now come to the end of this anime face drawing practice exercise. I hope the previous and current videos have helped you to figure out what you should be doing. Alright, that's all for today's video. Feel free to support me on Patreon, I really appreciate it. Please drop a like, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Twitter. DM me if you want a commission from me. Alright, that's all from me. Jana, guys.